Oh man, how we all doing today? I gotta get this all set up. We're in the studio today. Wait, I should probably put the mic on, shouldn't I? Check it out. There we go. Today's gonna be a good day. Jeez, it's gonna be fantastic. I'll give the live a few minutes to get started for everybody to kind of tune in. If I can get this tripod out for my phone. Come on. Oh, hold on, hold on. Look at this precision. Look at this steadiness. Years of being a videographer prepared me for this moment. How are y'all doing today? Like I said, I'll give everybody a few minutes to get in here. I'll get my personal setup going. Let's see what we got. And then, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. I'm gonna put y'all right here. Oh, maybe not. Hold up. I'm gonna put y'all right here. I'm gonna put y'all. Oh. Hold on. No. I I hate the iPhone 16 camera, the button that's on the side, because I'll always hit it when trying to put this thing in a tripod. And then the camera opens and then it ruins it for everybody. It's just annoying, bro. Okay. Hold up, hold up. I gotta find the right spot. There. It's crooked, but we're there. I'm hands free now. Cool. All right, bet. Let me change the setting on my microphone. Boom. And then I'll move you guys over here. Oh. What up? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Hey, the chat's starting to pop off. Let's go. I'm just giving everybody a few minutes. I'm getting set up myself. Oh, wait. No. I recently redid my studio, so all of my electronics are like different and like where I route lights and stuff too. Oh, look at that. Let's get a little more light going over here. And then we're going to kick it over here. What's the word? Look at that tape up there. All right. And then I have this lovely YouTube light as well. Somebody's been moving stuff around in here. Maybe? Is it not plugged in? Oh, it's not plugged in. All right, Chad, how we doing this morning? How we doing? There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? That looks way better. Way better. All right. Now I can start reading what everyone's saying. All right, how we doing? I'm gonna bring you guys closer. I feel like you're so far away. Oh, what's happening? Let's go. Let's get the live popping. Let's do this. I'm gonna tilt you guys down a little bit. That's a little better. That's a little better. I like this angle. I got all the stuff in the background. Okay, how we doing? It's been a chaotic morning. That's why the live started a little late. I apologize for the delay, but yeah. Oh yeah, the Rode Go 2. I mean, we could talk about microphones. Right now, I'm using the DJI Mic Minis. I just find that they work so well because they have like a built-in noise cancellation. I don't know if you can see, but there's a yellow light and a green light. Green light means it's on. Yellow means the noise cancellation's on. So like, there's another layer. Like I was at a food festival, spoilers, in Miami, like last weekend, not last weekend, the weekend before. Um, there was like loud music everywhere. There was all this stuff going on. Like it was a festival, right? This tuned out the loud music pretty well. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was pretty good. I don't know how it sounds on here because literally there's no sound. There's nothing going on here to begin with. So there's not really anything for it to tune out. Like there's a bunch of soundproofing kind of everywhere. But yo, it sounds nice. Highly recommend these. Highly recommend these. These are fantastic. I had the first gen DJI mics before this, so huge advocate for these. And don't listen to those people that are like, oh my god, I hate when content creators have like their mics visible in their video. Don't listen to those people. And if it's super loud, here's what I'll do. We are now at minus 12 decibels. Hopefully that helps a little bit. These are the DJI mic minis, specifically the minis, not the normal ones. The normal ones are good. The normal ones are fantastic because I have those and I use those for like podcasting on site. Like if I take the set elsewhere, I have like little lav mics and stuff that attach to it. That's the only disadvantage of these is there's no lav, but like it's for the form factor. It's because you get a smaller mic. They work really well though. And then, hopefully there's not enough interference, but on the back there's a magnet. It's a really strong magnet too because, okay, I have a story time about this magnet. So I was doing a video shoot once and it was like interview style. I was getting a bunch of footage with people and then the desk, the counter that we had set up was metal. I accidentally put the magnet on the counter and I think it took about 20 minutes to get that magnet back. It was disappointing. It was upsetting. I was kind of like, I don't know, I was upset about that. Because it's a strong magnet, which is really great for you because you get a nice, reliable magnet for your microphone that you can place like anywhere. But whenever you put the magnet on a freaking when you put it on a metal counter, it kind of makes things a little difficult. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I got. But yeah, the Rode 2s, I don't have like the most experience with particularly. Personally, whenever I I used them for a couple videos, which I can probably link actually. Um, but one of them was opening day for baseball here in St. Louis. It was Cardinals opening day, so like half the city like takes off work and like goes, hangs out. So I was doing street interviews. So the one real experience that I have with them filming a video was during that. So like there's a ton of people like yelling, screaming, going crazy, absolutely like insane. But the audio levels like peaked so bad that it sounded like I was on an Xbox 360 microphone. So I did what I could to it. This was before like the AI like touch up audio touch up tools, I guess I'll call them. Like how you can doctor the AI tools. But yeah, I want to make sure I'm not missing. And okay, there we go. I was. Yeah, but it was not fantastic to be honest. Um, it wasn't great. I wasn't very pleased with how they performed, but it is what it is. I don't know the one main shoot that I use these for. Like I use these for behind the scenes. Like I have a new series that's going to be coming out. I'm editing one of the videos right now where like I might even be able to show you guys actually. Yes, my camera's right here. So this is my main video camera. Okay, this is what I do for like commercial shoots. This is what I do for. It's a GH6. I mean, it's a fantastic. This is basically like a cinema camera. I mean, the way that this handles color science and all that stuff. I'll save you the details. But this is my camera. So I got this attachment. Here, I'll put it right there. I got this attachment from SmallRig where I can put right here. I can put my phone on top of it. And funny story about this, actually, for the previous live stream, I didn't have my phone tripod with me, so I literally just set my camera and then put my phone in the camera. This was my phone tripod last time. Yeah. So I've been getting behind the scenes, so like you can see, like, this is what I see, and then I can show you like what the camera sees. So I have a few videos that are going to be coming out with that, but I use these for that. Super pleased with the performance. And then, yeah, again, the food festival in Miami with like concert sound. Like it's super nice that it tunes that stuff out for you. It does a really good job of doing that. So yeah, that's kind of the deal. But no, I think little camera attachments like this, super helpful. Super helpful. This is just like literally a phone clip. It was like $30 or something. Um, But yeah, I think every person that wants to take videography seriously, you should definitely like start to rig out your camera. I think you need like a small rig cage. There are a couple brands that make these, but there's just so many advantages to them because like you get extra hot shoe mounts, so you can like attach, your microphone. I don't have my microphone readily available, but you can attach your microphone. You can attach other stuff like this. Like you can attach a top handle. Like I can do this. If I want to line this up correctly. But like I can do this. And then you want to know what's crazy is like whenever you add a top handle, you get even more cold shoe mounts. So, and then you get more, yeah, no, this huge advocate for rigging out your camera. Because then I have a monitor arm that I put on here too. And then it just, everything just kind of develops from there. So yeah, that's kind of what we got. That's what I have immediately available, at least. Other stuff is across the room. But once once we get kind of in the groove, I'll show you guys the new studio setup because I'm one of those people that I can't I can't like stick with one studio setup for more than like 3 weeks for some reason. I don't know. I just like to change it up, and also I like to experiment. Like the fact that this light is even here, like off camera, it looks kind of ugly. Like the behind the scenes, and that's the thing about a lot of these studio setups is like the behind the scenes is pretty ugly sometimes. This is probably my favorite thing though. This is the thing that YouTube sent me for being in the partner program. I love this thing. It's in every background, and then the IKEA lamp and the Shure MV7. Got a lot of cool stuff in here, but yeah, once we get once we get in here a little more, I'll show you guys the studio because there's a lot of new stuff. I have like the podcast set over there. This is still a work in progress because it's going to be another podcast set. I just added like tiny details of like cool stuff around. So yeah, I mean, do you guys want to see it now? I mean, we're 12 minutes in the live, so we can get this thing going. Let me unpack my bag. I got the S9 as well. This is the YouTube camera right here. This is my favorite little YouTube camera. Don't get me wrong, I love my other camera, but you know. But let's do it. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, we're doing this. Oh yeah, not supposed to clap because that was way too loud. Because I probably clap like right next to the mic, and that's probably horrible. Sorry, headphone users. Yeah, let's do this. All right, and yes, the studio is based in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm in the Midwest, the gateway to the West. So if you know the Arch, you know where I'm at. It's cool here, I guess. It's cool, but let me flip the camera, and then I can give you guys a little more of a setup. Okay, so let me adjust this tripod a little more so that I can just like hold it, and then I can just point this places. Cool. So what we have here, you can see like I've got all this stuff. I'm trying to adjust the tripod a little more still. There we go. Maybe. Okay, there we go. So you can see here, this is my personal desk setup. So I told you it's not the prettiest behind here. It's not the prettiest. But like in the studio, can I widen this? Can I use the wide angle lens? No, I have to stick with the 1x. We need to fix that, YouTube. We need to fix that. We need to be able to use the wide angle lens, or maybe I'm just too stupid. But so I have the coffee of the day here today. This is from a place called Comet Coffee, and I have an iced mocha with oat milk. I'm just one of those people that likes oat milk with my coffee. Sometimes I'll do milk and I'll like froth it. I have a whole setup at home, but today I was like, let me show love to a small business. It's not even a small business; it's a local business. They're pretty, like the line was out the door when I was there. But yeah, I have like little details that you can see hidden throughout. Like I have all those cars back there because I used to work for Porsche and Ferrari. So yeah, here in my garage, I have this brand new Lamborghini here. No, I just have all these little toy cars. I try to find these at like, weirdly enough, like they're at grocery stores.
Dad?
What the heck? All right, we got to get this guy a mic. We got to get this guy a mic. Did you just call me Dad? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Here. All right. Mic number 2 is being bestowed to Bryce.
Oh, thanks.
Here you go. Here you go. You might recognize him from the Pro versus Beginner series.
Yeah.
That's where he's from. Look, I am not next to Nelly. I live under the arch. That's where I was born. But yes, this is my personal desk setup. I have like the aperture light, not the aperture, the Amaran light here. It's a nice little soft glow, and then you got the little light in the back. You got the fake plant, the fake foliage, because that's what we need. Um, yeah, and then we have like tripods, my little camera case, and then I don't know why there's a lighter there. I don't know where this came from. And then this was moved whenever I came in, so somebody's been in here. Was it you?
Nope.
Oh yes, I'll introduce Bryce. So Bryce and I go way back. So let me get back on this camera. So whenever I first started YouTube, almost 10 years ago, he was actually in the original videos. He was in the OG era of OG Dante. He's one of the first people that was in my content. I'm not even kidding. Not even joking.
I'm famous for killing iPads.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but every time he walks in a room, he kills my iPad. It started with my like Q&A video, and then it's translated into 2025, where that's why I don't bring my iPad to the studio anymore.
And that's why I have a Microsoft Surface.
I don't know what the heck. We don't do brand loyalty here. I say that, and then I'm about to show you guys this part. But yeah, it's he's one of the OGs. He's like the original guy that is it co-star. I don't know what to call you.
Something.
I'm bad at titles. But yeah, he's been in here since day one. So old content. I think there's still some of it that's live. I don't know if I've unlisted all of it, but there's some stuff in there. I'll how about this? I'll enlist it just for you guys after the stream.
Demon
So-
Souls started playing.
What else we got? Oh yeah, the studio. Yeah. So this is the second desk. This is kind of a. I mean, I guess quite a few people sit here. We got like coffee. This is a mess. This is a mess. Don't look here. Don't look here. Just look at.
This is where I watch Demon Slayer.
He just comes in here and watches Demon Slayer. Where's the mic? What?
Right here.
Why is it all the way down there?
Can you not hear me?
Haven't I feel like I failed you. I feel like I taught you better than that.
There we go.
But
that
I
better?
failed you. Can y'all hear him okay?
Is that better?
Because his mic was socially distanced from his mouth.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Bryce, technically, are you a veteran? Are you still
Yes.
He's a vet. He's a vet. He's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And over here, this is an extra TV. I don't even know what to. It's just a Roku TV. It's just been collecting dust. You can kind of see that it's been collecting dust. And then in this cart here is where I keep all the miscellaneous stuff. Like you can see, like a Rode VideoMic Pro, the 1-star Amazon cameras in here, batteries for podcasting, another phone mount that can go on top of stuff, the remote to said Roku TV, gaff tape, and what else is in here? Oh yeah, like paperwork for my cameras and a capture card because I used to do gaming content, and then extra lighting stuff and cords for XLR cords for the mics and stuff. Remember how I was talking about like we don't do brand loyalty, like we don't do that. And then I have like 3 brands total on this thing. I have Porsche because again I used to work there, so I collected all of these like magazines and books of like different models. Cause like also they just look cool. Like I always love the design of Porsche things. Like let me show you. Like it's just like it's so clean and it's so classy, and the photography style like it's so cool. So I wanted to collect as many as I could before I went independent. But then of course I have like all these freaking Apple boxes and Panasonic Lumix boxes, more magazines, and then another 911 Carrera, and then a Taycan there. So yeah, there's a lot here. This is just kind of like the hey, I have boxes, Panasonic. Whenever you want to partner up with me, I'm ready. Yeah, so that's kind of that. And then you can see the TV. Wow, that looks way better on the camera than it does in real life. That's way brightened up. And then there's, yeah. But favorite coffee in St. Louis? Bryce, are you a big coffee drinker? What? No. 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 Look at this.
What's up?
No. No. You. Bad. I feel like a father. Bad. Maybe I am dad. Bad. You.
Well, I can't enjoy my Starbucks.
I failed you. That's what I've done. I would have picked you up a coffee. I would have got you something.
You were
from
here probably like an hour before me.
Comet.
Well, you didn't tell me. That's the fault of your own poor communication on your end.
Listen. All right. This guy. We play Rocket League every single night. And my sleep schedule was messed up because what? We were playing till like 2.
Yeah.
So I had a late start this morning. Favorite coffee though in St. Louis. If I had to be honest, I think it depends on the day. Some days I'm feeling Comet the most because I'm on this like unofficial, I guess, journey of trying to try every single mocha in the city. I would say that Comet, Caldi's, and Coma have the best. But I mean, I also try other coffees too. Like I try, different macchiatos and different lattes and just different seasonal things that they put together. I would say Comet, Coma, and Caldi's are the best. Yeah. Those are the ones that see me the most, I guess. There were some, like Quarrelsome was really good. Coffee Stamp. There's a lot of good coffee here. Some is not that good. But whenever Rated Cafe was open downtown, that was the best coffee I've had. But they are moving out of St. Louis now, so that's disappointing. But excited for them. For lunch today, I have no idea what I'm having for lunch today, honestly. I'm not big on like big meals during the day. Like I'll kind of graze throughout the day and then I'll work towards like dinner because I don't know, like whenever I eat too much, I feel like I get sluggish and it slows me down and then I'm like can't focus the rest of the day. I just want to take a nap and no amount of coffee can save me from that. But I am an advocate for naps. I think a 15 to 20 minute nap is like a game changer. Okay, next part of the studio. So you mentioned you wanted to see the garage, the pool, the different fixtures and niceties. This is my pride and joy back here. Okay, let me give you guys the full. I have to stand all the way back here just to fit it all in frame because I can't use the wide camera for some reason. So this is the podcast setup. This isn't my degree. And I'll give you the inspo behind it. But first, let me tell you what the podcast is about. So I'll even sit down here for this. Oh, if I don't drop my mics.
Are people asking you questions on there?
People are asking me questions. Maybe you should tune into the live. You have a mic on and you're silent. I just realized that you're not even saying nothing.
Sorry, ask me a question.
Do you want to join this?
Ask me a question.
How about you come over here and let's talk about This Isn't My Degree.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my graduation certificate for ALS. Thank you.
That's so random.
Military stuff.
That's so random. That's unbelievably random, but I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
He's becoming trilingual. Let's do this.
Trilingual?
What?
Trilingual?
Yeah. Aren't you becoming trilingual?
What's my bilingual? What's my second language?
You been in Duolingo?
Yeah, for Korean.
You've been seeing the owl for a while.
For Korean?
Isn't the owl gone? Isn't he past tense now?
Not in the app.
Oh, so that was all a marketing scheme.
Very alive in the
Oh
app.
well. Let's get to talking. So this isn't my degree. A bit of context. I went to college. I have a whole degree. Isn't that surprising? But the degree is in graphic design, and I do not do graphic design as my full-time job. So now I do video production, but I got my degree from the lovely YouTube University. That's not a real thing. It's just what I call it because I learned all of that stuff from YouTube. And It's quite literally just this isn't my degree. I don't do that stuff anymore. Like this whole YouTube, this whole influencing, videography, video production, filmmaking thing. Didn't learn that in traditional education. So now I say like this is my degree and this I throw at every episode. That's why it looks so tattered. You're probably wondering like Dante, this looks really ghetto. Are you sure you didn't just get this from like a yard sale? Especially because the name is taped over. This is real. Bryce and I went to college together, so he can confirm. Like we are college graduates. We went to UCM,
Yep.
and
That's what we spent over $40,000 on.
yeah, it was not
That piece of paper that now gets destroyed.
a
every
piece of paper
podcast.
that just is a gimmick in my podcast and gets thrown. Um, yeah, it's not good. But okay, I see questions, and let's address some of these here for a second. This plant is fake. Um, I've tried. Okay, I really do try to have real plants in here, but the problem is the studio doesn't get a ton of light. We have a few windows, but like even the like how the sun hits in here, like it's maybe half the day that it gets like sunlight, so it's kind of upsetting. Um, and also there was a time period like during January and February where we got blizzards and stuff here. Not blizzards like full on, but like we got snow where it basically crippled the city, and I wasn't able to get in here and like water the plants. So that's why this one over here doesn't look so fantastic. Also, I've just heard that those are hard to keep alive anyways. So I mean, they told me that it was an environment that it could live in, but it's just a very sensitive plant. And I tried. But there is another one over here, back there, that I've been doing a pretty decent job of keeping going. I'm not exactly sure what kind it is, but fake foliage is everywhere in here. I mean, you can see this is all fake. This is all fake. Sorry. Again, I'm a huge advocate for plants, but it's all fake. What else we got? We do not have it. Do we have it? We need to get a studio pet. We need like a goldfish or something, or like a carp, or a lizard, or a pet rock.
We have the plants.
The plants aren't. These aren't pets.
The
What?
plants are living things.
Not these. We just okay. One of these things is not like the other, but the others are not like it. Okay. This one is not doing well. We need a pet in here. Is Bryce Korean? Bryce is racially ambiguous. He really is. I've heard him called so many different things.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not even sure I know exactly what you are. Because you told me something back in college that wasn't even true.
It's the world's biggest mystery.
Yeah, so honestly, we're just never gonna address that. We're just gonna
I
leave
was
that.
created in a lab, like, yeah.
At this point, maybe he might just be AI. Yes. Do we have online lessons? We need to. Honestly, my YouTube channel is kind of just like it is kind of like an online lesson because I do a lot of different stuff where like the most recent video I put out was how to shoot cars from a ex Porsche employee. Like, which is honestly one of my favorite videos I've ever done because like it's what I'm passionate about. I love like dealing with cars and taking pictures, like getting videos, editing cool stuff of cars. And it's interesting because like I don't know, I feel like it's somewhat unique, the background that I have, where like I didn't go to school for this, again, graphic design degree. So I didn't go to school for like photography or videography, yet still ended up getting a job with Porsche and then Ferrari at the same time. So I think, I get a lot of questions from like up and coming people here locally because like the St. Louis car scene isn't like huge, but there's a lot of people that like to take photos and stuff. So like I get a lot of questions. So like I think, okay, what could I provide them in this video that would like help address those questions and like get them started? So it was really cool. It was a lot of fun to put together. But then also I have like I tested 1-star TikTok shop tech products. I test like a ton of different things, and then like I bought a Leica once just to see if it was worth $5,000, despite having a fixed lens. Um, which I just what?
I don't think the fridge is plugged in.
The fridge is not plugged in. I'm sorry. You could plug it in though.
I have to use a community fridge.
Because there was nothing in there. But yeah, no. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of content. I try to be like the fun teacher of content creation. And it's like I don't try to stick with like just one thing either. I'm not like just the car photographer, the car videographer. I don't want to be just like one thing. I want to like teach you how to create in many different ways. Like I'm probably gonna come up with a few like mobile editing videos too, which is still something new to me because I love Premiere. I am not from Canada. I'm actually from a village in Missouri. I'm not even joking. It is a village. It's legally a village because there's only 130 people in there. But I moved to St. Louis whenever I was young, so that's where we're at now. But what's fun with car? What is going on? What is happening? Also used to work at a Porsche dealership. That's nice. It's definitely an interesting experience. But where, like, what part of the world were you in? I want to know. We got a question, Bryce.
Uh-oh.
Who edits better between the both of us?
Really?
That's the question.
Dante by a mile.
A mile is a really long distance. I would agree that I'm the better editor, but also I have like years more experience than
Exactly.
Bryce, so it kind of naturally happened that way, I guess. Yeah, it just kind of happened that way. I mean, you're getting better though. Like, even just like in one commercial, like, okay, for context, if you're newer to the channel, we did a video series called The Pro versus Beginner, which is similar to like the Full-Time Filmmaker series, but like we did it with strictly local businesses. So one thing that was different about it was like I was stuck with just an iPhone because I had just gotten the iPhone 16 Pro Max because like it was like it shoots ProRes, it shoots 4K 120, it shoots all these cool things. So I wanted to test it out, and I gave him, a newer videographer, all access to all my gear, all of it, every single piece of it he had access to. So yeah, no, that was insane. But like between the first video and the second video, massive jump. Massive jump. Imagine, massive jump. Okay, so I think you are picking up on editing faster than I did, because my old content, I was in iMovie. It was like the cuts were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The audio levels, I remember playing Agario and doing a Let's Play, and I didn't know how to set the audio levels, so it's again sounded like an Xbox 360 microphone.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
I've always been a pretty quick learner, so things come pretty easy to me.
I think he's a pretty quick learner with this stuff.
Oh,
there we go. See?
Going back, who's your favorite Avenger? Spider-Man.
It's hard to not say Spider-Man, you know?
He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, man.
Well, it's like everybody's got a soft spot for Spider-Man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to not say Spider-Man, because then I feel like if I say literally anyone else, I'm like betraying him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. He's just a nice little guy, you know?
Mm.
He's got feelings.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nice guy.
He's very relatable.
Yeah, well.
Aside from the web shooting powers, but you know,
yeah, and like, you know, I
super strength.
Can't quite do that. And yeah, the super strength and super durability and the whole superhero element. But no, he's a cool guy. What else we got? A huge creators coming to the okay, so yes, I don't even know if I've talked about this on YouTube yet, but like we're in this boot camp right now for this very thing, for live streaming. So that's one of the reasons I'm like really trying to get more consistent with it and like give it a shot, because it's fun. It's fun. I like it. I like going live, and then also just like kicking it in the studio, just giving, you know, creators a place to chill and relax and have fun, you know. But But I'm wondering who that big creator is going to be. I'm curious. Is Drake still alive?
No. Kendrick
I mean,
ended him on live TV.
I think his career is never going to be the same. I don't think. Yeah, no, his career is never going to be the same.
As Kendrick
Never.
said, the revolution will be televised. You chose the right time, but the wrong guy.
That is verbatim. Yeah, no. I don't think his career is just never going to be the same. I see some people still, like some of my friends will still post like, "Oh my God, Drake, we can never hate you," and I'm like, you're meaning to tell me that like after all that has happened in the past almost a year, your perspective hasn't shifted in the slightest? I don't know. But then again, you shouldn't put people on a pedestal to begin with. Like that's just a rule of thumb, just for life.
Mm-hmm.
Free wisdom. There you go. Free game.
Yep.
But yes, Kendrick. Yeah. Yeah.
Kendrick, many greater than signs.
Many greater than signs. Many greater than signs. I'm gonna grab my coffee. So keep an eye on the chat for a second. You can still hear me though, because I have a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like I'm across the room right now.
Did y'all hear the ambient noise when I went outside?
What? Oh, you know what? Maybe they heard the outside noise. Maybe the outside noise. I talk like we're in like an exhibit or something. Yes. You had a Black Grand National? Low key, look, I'm kind of mad at Kendrick for talking about it because like I've always wanted a Black Grand National. But like, you know, it was kind of like one of those if you know kind of things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But now everybody knows. Now like it's a phrase that people just yell randomly, kind of like mustard. Like now it's common knowledge.
Mustard.
So now the market for those is going to inflate even higher than it needs to. It's kind of like whenever TikTok gets a hold of a car and like starts inflating it, like the GT3, the 911, the GTR, you know, any BMW, which I'm not a BMW guy. I even drove them around a track and I'm still not sold on them.
That's a great question.
What?
How do you deal with procrastination?
Mainly, I mean, it's just a lot of just shifting time management around. I know that's like quite a literal and boring answer, but like whenever it comes to procrastination, like I just remember like especially cuz like now that I've chosen this self-employment life, the thing that I try to remember in my head anytime I don't want to do something is like it's not going to get done unless I do it. Like it falls on me. I mean, of course like there's some things that like, you know, I have help on, but like a lot of the boring day-to-day stuff or like even some edits, I'm like it's not going to get done unless I just do it, you know? Like I need to just get it done. So that's kind of how I just try to like overcome that mental hurdle. Because like at the end of the day, no one's going to do the stuff for you unless like you just do it or you pay someone to do it. So you got to do it.
Who's got the money for that these days?
In this economy? Shoot. I had to afterpay this coffee. I'm just playing. I did see though. It was like a couple weeks ago. I think we like ordered Uber Eats or something, and I saw it was like there's an afterpay option, and I'm like,
No shot.
if you need to afterpay your Uber Eats, don't order the Uber Eats.
It's gonna take you 6 weeks to pay off one meal on Uber Eats.
Bruh, the interest on that would go crazy. It's like a $45 order, and you're gonna
Well,
be
that's the
paying
good
like.
thing. That's the good thing about Afterpay has no interest.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What?
Afterpay, Klarna, Zip, they don't use interest.
Okay, well that kind of changes my perspective.
Those
on it a
things
little
have
bit.
come in clutch for me so many times. Like I've used them quite a bit.
I mean, if you're doing like a bigger purchase,
But for
I think
big
that makes
purchases,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it like let's say you're doing I don't know, you're buying a new laptop. Like I remember when I bought my MacBook years ago, I did the whole like Apple Card thing, and it was like 0% for like 12 months,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you like pay it off, and I did. I mean, why would I not? So, yeah, no, for stuff like that, I mean, if it helps you get the gear, do it. Do it.
Hmm.
And then use that gear to make money and then hustle and then figure out what you want to do with your life and then hustle more. And then that's bad advice. Don't listen to that. Wait, what? The Grand National was a trade in?
You paid $150 for it?
Yo, I will give you 5x that number for the Grand National right now. I'll five I'll 5x that number. No, I don't even know what they're going for nowadays. Do you have any ballpark on that? On
Nope.
a Grand National? I'm sure that Kendrick's like talking about it all the time, just inflated it like crazy. Cars are just inflated right now. Everything is. Like I was casually looking at like an old like Forerunner or something as like a company car.
The average price is 49,000.
49?
Yeah. 49,419.
50K for a Grand National?
Yeah.
That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. No, I don't condone that. Kendrick's out here shifting the economy. I mean, it's also just a really cool car. So it had a reputation, but then like that just there's no hope now. There's no hope. We've been live for 40 minutes. That's crazy. This is why I love going live. The time is just flying by. I guess I could talk a little more about like where we're even at with the studio. Are you eyeballing the chat right now?
No, I'm reading about the Grand National.
Okay, historian. All right. We have. This is your camera, right?
Yeah.
There's a G9 up there.
It's for sale, by the way.
It is for sale. For how much?
600 with the lens.
Welcome to QVC. We are selling this lovely G9 right here with a 50 mil 1.7.
Yeah.
1.7 lens. Yeah, because I remember the Micro Four Thirds Lumix ones are 1.7, and then the full frames are 1.8. Oh my. I don't know the shutter count. Don't ask me the details. This isn't even my camera. But no, if you
Yeah, 1.7.
does it have a filter on it or like a glass cover?
No filter, no glass cover, but it does take a 46 millimeter
That's tiny.
filter.
That's like a toy. Micro Four Thirds is like a toy. But no, this same camera model is actually the one that I used when I worked at Porsche. So I used a different lens on it though. But yeah, no, it's a very solid camera. Thank you for commenting a lot, by the way. Yeah, helping push us in the algorithm is helpful. I could have done a better job also promoting the live because this was kind of like an impulsive schedule after last night. We had the boot camp last night, and I was like, yeah, I should probably go live. Should probably do this. What did I shoot for them? I shot social media content. I shot, I mean, really just a lot of different things for like on a local level and for corporate. Like a lot of the corporate stuff was, one of the things we did was the restoration challenge. So there was like a 2005 Cayenne that was restored into an off-roading like overlanding vehicle. So I did like a mini series on that. I did a lot of social media reels, shot events. We even went out to, what was it, Palm Springs, and got to visit like different spots there. No, it was cool. It was cool. It was a sick experience. I learned a lot. I have a lot of cool work to show for it. I want to like get prints and stuff and like hang some of the stuff up so that people can see like what I did. What is going on out there? City noises.
St. Louis.
But it's like I don't know why they're blipping the siren that much. The Taycan was, I have a little metal one over there. I love the Taycan. I remember when I took a Taycan out to shoot it, and I was unfamiliar with how much it cost because it was like a newer model at the time. So they were like, hey, so we have this Taycan Turbo S. Why don't you just go shoot some photos of it? And I'm like, okay, sure. Um, and then I saw it, like, I was like, oh, I'll just get some cool photos. It's an electric Porsche, like, amazing. It's super cool. Got some cool shots of it, and then I looked at the window sticker, and I was like, this is like almost $250,000. It was insane. Like, that car was expensive. I'm like, what am I doing? Naturally, I drove like a grandma the whole time, though. But, you know, yeah, I love the Taycan though. I'd like to have one. I don't get the EV hate, and that's coming from a car person. I don't get the EV hate. You've What EVs have you driven?
None.
What? You've never driven one?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We gotta get this guy in an EV. We gotta get this guy in an EV. Yeah. No, you gotta experience it. Yo, what's going on? Oh, we got everybody from the crew last night in here. This is like a nice reunion. See, I told y'all I was gonna do this.
Corvette or Supra? Supra.
Are you delusional?
Supra.
Why?
It's so much cooler.
Cooler? What?
Corvettes are.
That's just a BMW.
You see a lot more Corvettes than you do Supras. Supras are more unique.
I wonder why. It's almost as if they're cooler than a Supra.
JDM forever.
I love a JDM vehicle. Don't get me wrong, but that's a BMW.
JDM
Let's
forever.
be for real right now. That's a BMW. If we're talking like an older Corvette versus an older Supra, I'd go Supra.
Supra, see?
The Corvette didn't have swag until like 2006. I feel like that is when it finally like.
The C5, C6.
Yeah, that's when it got
Amazing.
some swag.
The C8
But-
dropped off a little.
What?
It looks way too supercar right now.
You know what? I've never seen like Corvettes as frequently as I did in Miami. I don't know if like everybody owns one or if they're just like really popular to
See?
rent, but like they were everywhere.
You saw, see? They're everywhere. How many Supras did you see? I'm sure not many.
Yeah, because the Corvette's fun. I mean, a Supra's fun too, but like it's a BMW. It's an amalgamation of things. At least the Corvette is like Corvette. The Supra is like Toyota, BMW.
Best
I'm
of-
not saying it's a bad car. I'm not saying it's a bad car. But if I had to choose between the two. So that's a long-winded answer. I mean, I think, okay, if we want to talk, I'll talk cars. If we want to talk cars, I think it depends on what you want. So what specifically do you want from this car? Like when there's a car you want to buy, like I'm assuming you want like a fun driving dynamic. I'm assuming you want some features, like some cool stuff on the inside. What else? Is there like a certain type? Do you want like a coupe? Would you mind a sedan? Do you want a performance SUV? Do you want like an EV? Like, what do you want? And then like, what's a range of like price that you want to look at? Because that's going to determine a lot too. There's a lot of good options. So like, as much detail as you can provide, I am happy to help. Bryce is happy to help. I mean, I don't think I have anything else here that would be insightful for cars, but I'm getting caffeinated. Okay. Fast, fun, agile, and fast. Okay. I like
Fast
that.
is on there twice,
I like
so it's
that.
important.
Okay, so we need speed. We need speed.
I am
That's
speed,
a
yep.
non-negotiable.
Mhm.
I think it I think it also, what is your idea of fast? Like, is it the top speed or is it the acceleration? What's fast? And then luxury, but the drive is most important. I would say, I mean, there are a lot of good, I think, in terms of brands, you're probably going to be looking at something German. Maybe some JDM stuff. maybe some JDM stuff would be in there, but JDM is more of like a foundation that you build upon. So like they give you like a good base, and then you can build upon, like you can modify it to your specific taste. So if you feel like going through that, I would say something JDM. Like I personally love like the Lexus RCF. Personally, like that's one of my goal cars right there, as like a good daily driver. But or even an ISF, you know. I mean, the sedans are nice. But a lot of the BMWs I feel like have overcome the reputation of being like the fragile, broken things that they used to be. So a lot of good options there. Um, I feel like I'm forgetting something that's like super like fitting for this, but
Mm.
I can't think of what it is.
What?
What car would fit fast, fun, and some luxury? I don't know. I would personally look at
Fast, fun, and luxury?
coupes. Okay, so just coupes. We're sticking with just coupes then. Okay. Um, it's gonna sound kind of corny, but also I think it's worth considering a look at the new Nissan Z car. They're still a little high in price for what you get, in my opinion. Um, but it's worth a look. Um, I wouldn't recommend something like, I mean, a GR Corolla is cool, but it's also a 3-door.
I want a Lexus IS 350.
I mean, that's
Those would
it's
be fun.
a great car.
Yeah.
It's a great car. It's a great car. But I do think that yeah, Supra probably would suit your needs pretty well because the B58 platform is out the gate already really potent, and then if you want to add mods in the future, I think it's pretty good. So I think a Supra would be pretty good for what you're looking for, but don't overlook a Corvette. I think Corvettes are pretty badass, honestly. Um, a 280ZX. That's swag. That's swag. But then again, I have a little bit of a bias towards like that line of cars because I have a 370Z myself.
Yep.
And before you ask, it is primarily stock. There are not like crazy mods to it.
And it's automatic.
It is automatic. So
Mine was-
sue me. I know.
Mine was automatic too.
Listen, I know people are gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, "Why are you getting a sports car that isn't a manual?" Because I live in the city and there's traffic, and also the paddles do enough for me. I mean, all the Porsches I drove outside of like maybe 2 were or automatic. So that was some ice chunks. But yeah. But I do think it is important to learn how to drive stick. I think being able to drive a manual car is, in my opinion, I think it's really cool. I think it's a fun thing to do because also it does like change your perspective on like, you know, this is me in the car. Like you're locked in because you have to be locked into every component. But like sometimes like driving automatic feels like a video game. It kind of does. Like Need for Speed. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Speaking of Need for Speed, one car that I will always recommend as, hey, this could be fun is a Miata. It's not fast. You will probably get gapped by a minivan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shoot, I think like you'll probably get taken to Gapplebee's by a Prius. But I mean, Miata stands for Miata is always the answer. So,
Or you could make a 850 horsepower Honda S2000.
well, I mean, in Need for Speed, I engine swapped my Miata.
That's what I did with the S2000.
I put a twin turbo V6 in it, and
Yep.
now it's a rocket ship. It's disrespectfully fast.
Yep.
But I mean, you could. I think if you just really wanted to just have like just a joke car and just have some crazy fun and you have some money to spend, I mean, engine swapping a Miata would be hilarious, in my opinion. I've seen some crazy ones because it's literally like a go-kart. It's light. It's crazy. Um, yeah, but only go into once you start modding cars, like it's just so you just get into it.
Imagine putting a freaking R34 engine in a Miata. You
I
get
want to
this
see that done. I want to see that done. I want to see that done. Two
from a
JZ,
Miata.
two JZ and a Miata.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Please, all right.
Freaking
I'm sure someone's done
RB26.
it, but you could be the next. What else we got? Oh, you tested the live stream with the guest today in vertical and horizontal, and they changed the vertical look with the guest, and it looks good. I mean, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, not yet. I'm working on it. It's in the works.
I don't hang out with non-YouTubers.
A lot
Okay.
of things are in the works.
Okay, well, work on making yourself a YouTube channel. It takes like 3 seconds.
I have no videos to upload.
You can make the account, and then we can go live together. And then we could,
Fair enough.
and then we could, but then again, you're here, so
Should I buy like 10,000 followers?
buy 10,000. I don't even know
Yeah.
if you can do that on YouTube. I'm
Maybe they
sure you
found
could.
out.
They probably found out some way to do it. Buying followers is so 2013.
24.
I mean, yeah, there's still some people in 2025 buying followers, and I don't understand that. I don't get it, because it's like, bruh, you have to buy the followers, and then they buy the engagement. And then the FTC also says you can't buy followers and buy engagement on your business account. So like if you're an influencer and you're taking like brand deals and stuff and you buy followers on it, the FTC is going to come after you. This is not legal advice, but that's my understanding of it. It is spelled Miata. Yes, Miata. Yeah, I don't understand the buying followers. It just doesn't make sense. It never made sense to me. Like, just make good content.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it's MIATA. You're right.
Again, the acronym is Miata is always the answer. Cheers. It's a bar. Yeah.
Or is it Mazda is always the answer?
No.
Because
No.
RX-7 too.
But what's still with us?
Shut up.
Rest in peace to the RX-7. This mocha is fire. I need to be drinking more of it. So, wow. You know what's insane is like, again, 57 minutes live and it hasn't felt like it. I feel like I've been on here for like 15 minutes. Yeah. What's this Fiat stand for? Okay, hold on. I know this. I know this. There was one acronym that I heard that was like hilarious. Oh my God. I can't think of it. I know some for Ford though. I know that would upset your family, but
Yeah.
you know, like found on road dead, failed on race day. You know, like fix it again. That was it. That was it. That was the one. Hey, Cars was a good movie. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how ahead of its time Cars was?
Ferrari in another timeline.
I mean, I didn't say that. Don't send me a cease and desist. I didn't say that.
I mean, Fiat is owned by Ferrari.
What are your favorite tires? Ooh, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. No, I love them. I actually do love them. What do I have on the Z right now? I just got more Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. I used to have the Continental DWS. I can't remember the number though, but yeah, no, those were great for like just year-round like daily driving. They were fantastic. But no, Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, like, oh my God, they're incredible.
Now, I've been looking at the Falcon Wild Peak ATs for mine.
Is that an off-roading tire?
It's an all-terrain tire.
Solid. It is solid. I mean, Pirelli P Zeros are nice too. I've heard good things about them from like people that have them on their cars, but like the tread life just isn't that impressive from what I've understood. Like it's a good tire, it's just not like the life isn't very long for those. Like you got to swap them out. Do you think dash cams should be mandatory in the United States?
In what context?
I mean,
For cop cars or for any car?
I think everyone should have a dash cam. Yo, like I could go on and on about St. Louis traffic and stuff and like the crazy drivers here. Um, the things I've seen are just next level stupid.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people don't talk about it enough. People are always like, "Oh, it can't be as bad as LA, or it can't be as bad as Memphis, or it can't be as bad as Houston." But like, yo, spend 5 minutes here. Spend 5 minutes on Grand, and you will spend 5 minutes on 70 in city limits, and you will see. Yeah, nah, that's all you need to do. You will see how stupid people can be. It's like a drag strip.
Yeah.
It's insane. I heard that you don't need to register your car in St. Louis. Listen, I yesterday saw a temp tag that expired in April of 2021. Let me repeat that. April of 2021. If you look on license plates themselves, I can't tell you how many times the stickers themselves are way expired. I feel like it's just a city thing. It's just people just don't do it.
No.
I saw actually a St. Louis company, their work van yesterday on the highway, and their plates were expired by like 2 years. I'm like, bro, that's how you know they're for the people. But oh, everyone's got to go. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out for a little while. This is creator office hours. It's meant to just pull up, kick it for a little bit, and chill. But no, definitely. I want to. I'll check out everyone's channel too. I'll check out all your stuff, and whenever you guys go live, I'll come kick it with y'all. But yeah, no, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. This is the fun little thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
We've been live for an hour. I will have to jump off soon because I do have some edits I need to turn in the next like hour or so, so that I can get this video live by Monday. I'm not gonna say more about what it is. You'll just have to find out. But yeah, no, the whole St. Louis thing about like not registering your car, it's very real. It's like that in Kansas City too. Like it's not exclusive to here. It's a Kansas City thing. Wouldn't you agree?
What?
Not registering your car. Maybe it's just a Missouri thing.
Oh, my car is registered. So.
Bryce is the what am I trying to say? He's the outstanding citizen. But
Yep.
you also came back from Louisiana. So you haven't been fully immersed in the Missouri hood again. It's kind of ghetto here. It's kind of ratchet, I'm not going to lie. There's some good things here.
Terrible drivers everywhere.
There are horrible drivers everywhere. And like people are just blissfully unaware when they're walking at like pedestrians too. Like they're just blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
Like yeah, no, it's insane. Like but it kind of makes you like a better driver because then you have to like be hyper aware. You have to pay attention to your surroundings and then like you just have to navigate your way through things. It makes everything better. So yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I think we're gonna cut it here. I think this is gonna be it. So, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creator Office Hours. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for tuning in. And I mean, we'll just do this weekly. We'll just make this a thing. What do you think? Every Friday, this time,
You can do that.
11 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Sounds easy enough. Because then for the folks on the West, it's 9 a.m.
Don't forget to change your clocks this weekend.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Don't forget to change your clocks this weekend. We lose an hour, but we gain an hour of happiness every day in exchange. It's called
An extra hour of sunlight.
it's called deals and promises and negotiations, business. All right, y'all. I'll catch you in the next one. See you next Friday. We're gonna cut the live. Now this is the part where I gotta look at the camera while I hit X, and I'll see y'all later.